Hey everybody, got another video here for you. This video will be covering the parts and pricing for guitar number 16, the copper build. So this is guitar number 16 here. It's a 6-string tail tuner with a live edge body and lots of copper. The neck is a Alcinov replacement, like an Ibanez replacement bolt-on neck. Fender scale length, it's maple with a rosewood fretboard, 25.5-inch scale length, 24 frets, 12-inch radius. The neck has been stained to match the body. The neck's been given the trapezoid recarve neck profile with the flat heel, flat triangular heel, and this has the radical trapezoid carve that goes all the way to the top of the fretboard. The body is a live edge piece of white cedar, which was already pre-stained at the factory, and then all the cut edges from the body blank, such as all along here. Pretty much all this stuff had to be restained in order to match the original finish on the back. So that's like a restained section, and that's an original finish, and this is original finish here, and all this stuff, that everything that got cut or routed or whatever, machined in some manner, had to be stained to match. And then this is white cedar and this is maple, and that required special staining in order to get the maple closer to the shade of the original white cedar factory finish. So, being a tail tuner, it uses string throughs at headstock here, and these use actually copper bushings. Then it has a copper colored truss rod cover and a copper locknut. And the neck came stock with copper colored inlay dots already, so that took care of that part. It has a copper roller TOM bridge, copper locking tuners, copper depth pickguard, kill button. These are off single double switches. Let me move the camera here. Yeah, there's kill button. Then these are 3-way off single double switches for pickup selection. So you can do bridge humbucker, neck humbucker, bridge single coil, neck single coil, or both, or turn everything off. And then this is a phase switch here. Has a copper switch plate, copper jack plate. These are Invader style humbuckers with clear bobbins, so you can see the copper windings inside. The machine screws for the neck are actually made out of solid copper as well. And the thumb screws are brass. I couldn't find them in a copper. It also has dual copper strap locks. And then all the electronics for it has been routed externally, instead of like routing out the body and wiring it internally and covering it with plates and stuff. It's all been routed externally, and it's all been clad with either this braided copper sheathing or with actual copper tubing with a wire inside it. And then it has a suede strap to go with it, with the copper strap locks on it. It's a Levi's brand, genuine leather. So that's all the specs on the guitar. Now for the pricing. This is in no particular order. The neck was $49. The body blank is $40 a piece. Get them two for $79.79. The copper ferrules for the string throughs were $9.99. The truss rod cover was $11.99, despite the fact that it's just plastic. It's not really copper. The locknut was $31, which is, yeah, there you're paying all for the copper color, because you can get a locknut for like $5 or $10, $5 I think. The pickups were $18.99. The copper pickguard material was $10.99. Roller TOM was $22.99. The tuners were $38.69. The kill button was $19.99. Three-way switches cost $1 a piece, so $2 for those. Phase switch cost another $1. The jack was, I ended up getting this jack and the plate that it came with for $8.99, then paid another $11.99 to get the copper plate. The strap locks, I wasn't able to get a definite price. I think they were about $10 for the pair. The strap was $20.38. Inserts for the thumb screws and neck screws were 50 cents. The brass thumb screws on the back here were $7.51. The pure copper neck bolts, machine screws, were $9.68. And then all this copper sheathing and tubing here was $9.99 for the small stuff, $9.99 for the big stuff, and $9.47 for the tubing, for a grand total of $29.45. And that's really largely cosmetic. Then let's see, 2 cans of lacquer at $7 a can, so $14 worth of lacquer. And then some of the screws on here that I couldn't get in copper, I used steel, and then I paint them with metallic copper paint. And this right here, that's an example of it right there. The copper screws. And the paint for that cost $6.47. And the grand total for all of that together is $375.67. So yeah, $375 for this build. But anyway, so that's how much this puppy costs if you're thinking of doing something like it. By and large, getting hardware and copper, you know, nuts and tuners and stuff like that, jack plates, that's what really increased the cost here, the bridge. Yeah, if you didn't get it in copper colored, then it'd be an awful lot less expensive. The sheet metal and such isn't bad, and the sheathing isn't bad either. But and the clear pickups, it's, you know, all pickups look like this on the inside. It's just they don't usually have clear bobbins, so you can see what's actually going on. So yeah, the pickups were really, they were actually cheap as pickups go. So that's it for Guitar 16, and see y'all in the next video. Well, I think that's going to do it for this video. So until the next one, everybody, have a good one.